What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of ENA We Got Time. I have a very special guest, pro football player. This is Joe Powell, formerly of the Seattle Battlehawks of the XFL. Say what's up to the people, sir.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Thank you for having me.
No problem, no problem, no problem. Now, obviously, getting to play professional sports is an achievement in itself. So could you just tell me, at what point in your life did you start to take football serious and say, you know what, this is what I'm going to make a career out of. This is what I want to do.
I'm thinking back to like going into my sophomore year of high school. I had a cousin of mine, me and him was like lifting weights in my garage, and I know that I was getting stronger, like lifting like heavy weights. So that's when me and him went up to our high school and started doing weight training with the high school team. I was out there practicing with the varsity team, but I was training junior varsity, and they had moved me up. And ever since then, like I've been getting better and better, but I've been working harder and harder. And then that's when I told myself that's when I want to take football serious and try to make it possible to the NFL.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so being as though you said you started taking it serious your sophomore year, there's been a large number of DBs that have been in NFL who, made the Hall of Fame and a long list of accolades. So who do you think you modeled your game after the most, and who did you watch the most?
Well, coming up in high school, I have to say Troy Polamalu.
Okay.
Like he's a guy that's all over the field, got amazing instinct, and I got the long hair now just like him, so I can say that that's one guy that I always looked at as far as the DB. And then I play wide receiver also, so as far as wide receiver, I have to say Larry Fitzgerald. He's just a guy that goes out to work every day. Never hear about anything bad in the media. Never complain. Just go out and do his job at a high level.
That's a great. I have him as my favorite of all time. Real quick, just real quick. So you play both offense and defense, receiver and corner. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Both two-way player. Okay. Right. Now, you finish up high school. You go to college. Was there any discouragement after college and not getting drafted and going to the PIFL?
Well, once I left college, I was back in 2013. I had a discouragement of not playing football again because I was trying to get back into school, and it was like nobody wanted to bring me back into school, possibly because of my grades. So I had a long talk with my parents, seeing what I could do, and then we ended up going back to Virginia because I was staying up in New Jersey. So I went back to Virginia and started playing semi-pro football. And once I started playing semi-pro, that's when I told myself that I was going to get back into football, take it serious. And then that's when a friend of mine, he had introduced me to the arena world because that's what he was playing, arena football at the moment.
Okay.
And after I started playing arena football, that's when I started getting more NFL interest because of the season I had. I finished the year off, my rookie season, Defensive Back of the Year, and Defensive Player of the Year. So after that, that's when I was getting NFL interest, and they wanted to see me against better talent. So that's when I got moved up to the AFL, and I started my debut off really good in the AFL.
Okay. Was there any transition from college to Arena League?
Can you say it again?
Was there any big transition going from college to Arena League, like rules or the style of play? If you could just elaborate a little bit on that, if there's any difference.
Yeah, the rules and the style of play are totally different from outdoor football. When you go indoor, you have a 50-yard field, and you are surrounded around hockey walls, but they got padding on the walls. And you have one guy in motion you only got 8 players on the field at the time. So, and then you got the one guy that's running in motion before the ball, like when they could snap the ball. And other than like the rules is really the same. Rules is really football rules. It's just the difference of how fast the game was coming from outdoor to indoor, because everything is just happening so fast. The ball gets out within 1 or 2 seconds, and other than that, it was just basically like playing football in the backyard.
Okay. Moving along, as you know, you progress and do good in these other leagues. After a brief stint in the NFL, what made you keep going forward and striving to further your career? What made you keep going on, you know, to try and say, you know what, this isn't it for me. I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep grinding, and it's all going to work out.
Because I knew I could play with the best of the best. I just wasn't fortunate enough to make a 53-man roster, and I have a family that I got to keep, that keeps me motivated, and to keep me going each and every day. And I also want to play in the NFL again. So everywhere I've been trying to put on the film and, you know, show the coaches in the NFL that I still can play at a high level and produce no matter where I'm at. So that was really my big thing as far as keeping going, because, you know, I'm only 26 years old now, so it's like I'm still young and I still got a lot of years left in me.
Yes, sir.
So I just want to, you know, go back to the NFL, still prove that I can still play at a high level, you know, and make some good money.
Yes, sir. Nothing wrong with that. Now, being as though you've played for a couple of years professionally now, this might be a hard one to answer, but what play stands out the most to you in your career? Or just give me like a favorite play of yours that you have.
Favorite play? All right, well, I have a lot of favorite plays, or I have a lot of plays that I can say, well, this was amazing, but I'm going to have to go with the most recent one with the St. Louis Battlehawks on my kick return. We had a reverse call against the New York Guardians, and it was actually to me, so we actually did the reverse, and it was at home in St. Louis in the Dome, and I made XFL history as the first kick return of the season. So that right there got to be my favorite play, because one, I made history, and for two, it's like I'm always be remembered forever for that. So that's the play that sticks out to me the most.
Yes, sir. Okay, last question right here. What is something in football that you would take with you for the rest of your life?
Well, that's a lot of things that football taught me over the years, you know, so such as like discipline, the grind, dedication, just learning how to be a man and handle adversity whenever it hits, you know, because football is a lot of things that could go up and a lot of things that could go down, but it's, you know, you got to learn how to be able to keep everything at a steady pace and mellow. You can't get too high, you can't get too low. And that's really about it as far as taking football with me for the rest of my life. And then just the knowledge that I learned over the years of just from me learning with myself or learning from other people, like other vets and things like that, that I can pass on along to the younger generation that's coming up, because I plan on coaching and training once I'm done playing football. So that's something that I can take with me.
Nothing wrong with that. Well, man, I want to say I appreciate you for your time. Hopefully, you know, with this COVID-19 going on, hopefully that's done by the time football season comes around, and I hope to see you on the TV playing somewhere, man.
Appreciate it.
All good. This is ENA We Got Time. I appreciate you once again for reaching out and letting me do this interview, man, and we are out.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.